Have you ever wondered why do you feel sometimes motivated to pursue certain things in life, or why some experiences are more pleasurable than others? The simple answer is that it's a chemical messenger in our brain called dopamine. So get ready to learn all about the impact of dopamine on our lives, as we delve into the science behind this fascinating hormone and understand how it's affecting our body. So first of all, let's discuss about what is dopamine. It is a neurotransmitter that plays a critical role in regulating our mood, motivation, and reward-seeking behavior. When we engage in activities that bring us pleasure, dopamine is released, reinforcing those behaviors and making us want to repeat them. How does dopamine make someone feel happy and energetic? Let's understand the reason behind this. Dopamine is often referred to as the feel-good hormone, but its role in the brain is much more complex than just regulating pleasure. In fact, dopamine is involved in a variety of functions including attention and working memory, as well as regulation of blood pressure and kidney function. Dopamine is part of your reward system. This system is designed from an evolutionary standpoint to reward you when you're doing the things you need to do to survive, eat, drink, compete to survive and reproduce. As humans, our brains are hardwired to seek out behaviors that release dopamine in our reward system. When you're doing something pleasurable, your brain releases a large amount of dopamine. You feel good and you seek more of that feeling. Low levels of dopamine have been associated with depression and other mood disorders, while imbalances in dopamine neurotransmission have been implicated in several neurological and psychiatric conditions such as Parkinson's disease and addiction. In cases of addiction, dopamine is released in response to drugs or other pleasurable stimuli, leading to changes in the brain that reinforce the behavior and make it difficult for an individual to quit. Now let's understand how dopamine works. Dopamine is produced in various parts of the brain, including the hypothalamus and the substantia nigra. When dopamine is released, it travels across a small gap between nerve cells, called a synapse, and binds to specific receptors on the next nerve cell. This binding triggers a cascade of events within the second nerve cell, leading to the transmission of a signal. Dopamine is also involved in the regulation of our sleep-wake cycle, and studies have shown that sleep deprivation can lead to changes in dopamine levels and neurotransmission. Instead of all this, dopamine has numerous benefits. Dopamine is responsible for many of our body's functions, and when levels of dopamine are healthy, we experience a range of benefits. For example, motivation and reward. As we discussed earlier that dopamine is part of your reward system, it helps us to regulate the brain's reward and pleasure centers, contributing to feelings of motivation and satisfaction. Movement. Dopamine is involved in controlling the body's movement and coordination, making it essential for physical activity. Attention and learning. Dopamine plays a role in attention and learning, and is thought to be involved in the formation of habits and memories. Mood regulation. Dopamine helps regulate mood and can have an impact on feelings of happiness, sadness, and anxiety. Cardiovascular function. Dopamine has been shown to have a positive effect on cardiovascular function and blood pressure regulation. Finally, the important question, is dopamine really bad for our body? The simple answer is no. However, high levels of dopamine can be harmful in some cases, such as in Parkinson's disease, where dopamine-producing neurons are lost, or in substance abuse, where drugs can trigger an excessive release of dopamine leading to addiction. While dopamine is a crucial neurotransmitter in our brain, it's important to understand that it's just one part of a complex system that regulates our mood, motivation, and behavior. So, the next time you feel motivated to pursue a goal or experience pleasure, remember that dopamine is likely playing a role in your brain's reward system. By understanding the science of dopamine, we can better understand our own behaviors and motivations. If you have enjoyed our video, please like and subscribe to our channel for more informative content.